Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. Just wanted to go over the UFC picks for this last event on Saturday, June 13th, UFC Fight Night. With the weekend prior, I went 5-0 for UFC 250. That video is up on my page right now. You can check out those picks, why I made those picks. But in this video, I want to talk about the June 13th fight. And my picks here: Mariah, Jourdain, Andre, Charles, Marvin, and Cynthia. And why I made these picks. And I had a fortunate night. Went 6-0. 6 wins, 0 losses. So let's talk about it. Alright, on the left side is what I call my daily numbers. This is deep numerology. I have the Gregorian calendar that I follow, as well as both sides of the Hebrew calendar. Then on the right side is what I call my game numbers. These are numbers specific to whatever games I'm looking at. So this was UFC Fight Night. I don't know if it was 172. I feel like there was already a 172 in April or May it was. They labeled it as 172, but they labeled this as 172 as well. So I'll put a question mark there. I wasn't sure. But anywho, let's get into the first fight. Mariah versus Hana. I had Mariah in this fight. She ended up winning. The reason why I picked her is because Hana ciphers sums to 106, and with the loss, she became 106 for her overall fight record. She got her 6th loss and her 6th UFC fight of her career, it being her 16th fight overall for her career. And the word 6 sums to 16 in Gematria. I also marked the 65s here because 106 sums to 65. Just like Hana ciphers sums to 65. Just like Agapova versus ciphers sums to 65, if I pronounced that correctly. And this is Mariah's 10th overall fight. This was her first UFC fight, and she became 1-0 like 10. And Hana Cypher stayed on 10 overall fight wins for her career. So that's why I picked Mariah to win this fight. Mainly because of the 106. But then you had a few extras here, like the 6 and the 6 and the 16 and the 65. Let's go to the next one. Jourdain Espinoza versus Dela Rosa. This one was tricky because with the loss, Jourdain Espinoza could have become 14-8 for his career. 148 days till his upcoming birthday. So that one's a little tricky there. But I focused in on the 80 for Dela Rosa, it being the 80th day on the Hebrew religious calendar. Dela Rosa sums to 80. It was a total span of 80 days till his upcoming birthday. The word 80 sums to 25. And he became 2-5, like 25, for a UFC fight record. His name, Dela Rosa, also sums to 118. 118 sums to 80. It being the 80th day on the Hebrew religious. His opponent, the winner, Jourdain Espinoza, was born on November 8th, like 118. And it was 218 days, or a total span of 219 days, since Jourdain's 30th birthday. I didn't go with the 148. I didn't go with this side. I went with this side. And the reason because Jourdain Espinoza sums to 218. So it's a 218 days since his last birthday. His name sums to 218. Total span of 219 days since his last birthday, it being the 21st day of the 9th month on the Hebrew civil, like 219. 219. So 218, our total span of 219 days on 219. His name sums to 218. It was his 30th birthday. 30 sums to 37. He became 15-7 for a fight record. 157 is the 37th prime number. So that's why I had Jourdain Espinoza. Andre Philly versus Charles Jourdain. This is more of a Gregorian fight. It was the 165th day of the year on the Gregorian. Andre Philly, his name sums to 165. The words 165 sum to both 247 and 103. Andre Philly sums to 165. His opponent, Charles Jourdain, sums to 247, and with the loss, he became 103 for an overall fight record. 165 sums to 247 and 103. 247 became 10-3. He got his third loss in his third UFC fight, and I see this pattern hit more often than not. We kind of saw it down here too with Cyphers. Her 6th UFC fight, she got her 6th overall loss. His 3rd UFC fight, he got his 3rd overall loss. 103 is the 27th prime number. 27 equals 46. It also supposedly being Fight Night 172, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's been 199 days since his 24th birthday. 199 is the 46th prime number. 103 the 27th prime. 27 sums to 46. And it being from his 24th birthday, 24 sums to 103 as well. And then Andre got his 21st overall win on the 21st day on the Hebrew. So that's why I picked Andre. Charles Rosa for the upset. The reason why I like Charles Rosa for this upset was because of the 23 factors. 23 date numerology on the Gregorian. Las Vegas is where this fight was at, equals 23. Las Vegas, Nevada equals 83, the 23rd prime number. With the loss, Kevin Aguilar became 2-3 for a UFC fight record, like 23. The word 23 right here sums to 55 and 163. Rosa versus Aguilar sums to 163 and 55. Now, what's interesting is if you put 23, because I usually just take the first two when I do my daily numbers, but in the 4 basic ciphers, 23 also sums to 134. Charles Rosa became 13-4 for a fight record with the win. It was his 17th fight of his career, and 17 also equals 134. Kevin Aguilar stayed on 17 wins as he picked up his 4th loss. And his name, Charles Rosa, equals 178, it being his 17th fight overall, and his 8th UFC fight, 17-8, 178. So that's why I picked Charles Rosa for the upset. And then Carl Robertson versus Marvin Vettori. This one was a little tricky because of the 431. This is the 83rd prime number. We just talked about 23 in the last fight, 23 date numerology, 83 the 23rd prime. Las Vegas, Nevada sums to 83. But for some reason I liked that Marvin Vettori was born in the year 93. Carl Robertson with the loss became 9-3 for a fight record. And the words 93 sums to 154. And with the win, Marvin Vettori became 15-4. And then you add on his draw, 15-4-1. Also, it was his 20th fight of his career, Marvin, and he got his third win in a row. 20th fight, third win in a row. This was Robertson versus Vettori, which equals 203. You see a 20 and a 3 in there. 20th fight, third win in a row. And then you have this 93 pattern. Also being the 160-50 on the Gregorian, Marvin Vettori equals 165. We saw the other guy, Andre Philly, who equaled 165. He won his fight as well. But this is why I picked Marvin. And then the last one, Cynthia Calvillo. I originally was liking Jessica I, but her weigh-in video for Friday made me really think. And then I came to the conclusion for Cynthia, which is what I ended up picking. Mariah, Jourdain, Andre, Charles, Marvin, and then Cynthia. And the reason why I went with Cynthia was because it was a total span of 31 days till her upcoming 33rd birthday. Her birthday is July 13th. It could be written 13/7. 137 is the 33rd prime number. Her opponent, Jessica I, is currently 33 years old. But 31 days, total span of 31 days till her 33rd birthday. 31 is the 11th prime, this being her 11th fight of her career. She could become 9/11. Total span of 31 days till her 33rd birthday. 33 equals 156, and 156 connects with 9/11, because 9/11 is the 156th prime number. So 31 days till her 33rd birthday, 31 the 11th prime, this being her 11th fight, she becomes 9/11. 33 sums to 156, 9/11 is the 156th prime number. And that's why I had the fights that I had. Hope this helps. Hope you guys learned something. Looking forward to the next fight night this weekend on the 20th.